Hi, my name is Ryan and I'm a nutritionist. Basically, I love working with food. My core philosophy in life is to help people discover their capacity. There's a lovely Latin word called QUA. QUA in Latin means incapacity of. So I believe my journey is to help people discover their QUA. So in a nutshell, dal, chawal, roti, how to get it more aligned rather than putting people on a diet. The brand that I have is QUA Nutrition. It's my baby, which I started in 2011 as a startup, and I started from a 100 square feet clinic with an investment of only like 38,000 rupees. I today have 7 clinics and 50 dieticians, not grown with any funding or bank loans. It's just sweat and blood, and you keep growing one-on-one. The philosophy of the brand was very simple. When I started, I was a nutritionist that worked with supplement companies, and then when I went and met people and said, take this protein powder, take this glucose powder or this multivitamin, everyone says, yes Ryan, I will take this powder, but can you tell me how to have my food, my uta, my sapad, my khana, my bhojan, my dal chawal roti? People would ask that. So I always thought that, hey, wherever I travel in India, whether it's to Delhi or Kanyakumari, or whether I'm going to Guwahati or coming down to Jaipur, everybody was asking, how do I eat? So I realized there's an opportunity over here, there's a gap in the market. So this is something that the dietitian or nutritionist needs to expand and build a brand around. So when you build a brand, you bring a certain congruence, you bring a certain quality, a demeanor, a certain, the word is panache, to eating better. So people tend to trust that, QUA Nutrition is advising Sushil Kumar, QUA Nutrition is advising Shikhar Dhawan, Robin Uthappa, Harbhajan Singh. We're working with Sharmina Nicolette, champion golfer. So these are some of the people that we work. I've even worked with Amir Khan in his current movie, where he had to bulk up in weight for a wrestling load. Why? Because they wanted the nutritionists who worked with Sushil Kumar. So I worked with Amir Khan in terms of getting his genetics aligned and doing that. Stuff like this we want to bring to the Aam Aadmi, because everyone wants to own a BMW. So why not get their food to a high level, which every other sports celebrity or film celebrity is doing to have that pristine performing body. So when I started QUA in 2011, I first did a lot of market research and went undercover as a patient myself. So I was a cancer patient, weight gain patient, I'm going to the gym trying to bulk up. So I went to all of the dietitians across the country, and some of the very famous dietitians. I decided to discover what's the way that I can improve or get a near perfect system which will get the client's compliance, because when you give a person a nutrition plan, they're going to question which direction you're coming from. So right from capturing information from the client to processing it scientifically using specialized software to then delivering that nutrition plan with psychology and mind and everything, we develop processes and systems. Like if you come to QUA Nutrition today, we have nearly about 800 to 1,000 pages of manual that a dietitian has to go through 6 months of training. So we have standardized all this. So if you, James, come to a clinic in Bangalore and then decide to go to Goa and meet the same dietitian in Goa, where our Goa clinic is, you just about get the same level of service. Your file is being documented and stored. So let's say you have a vitamin D deficiency, that dietitian knows it's available. So there's a system of the brand where you can move in India, and a lot of Indians today are mobile, they're moving between jobs and stuff like that. So I think the core of my team is we train them. We take them out of college from high-end academics in terms of MSc Nutrition, equip them with real-life scenarios already being discovered by a key team over the last 5 years. So the learnings of the last 5 years have been compressed into training models, and these get disseminated in 6 to 12 weeks of information. Case in example, it took me 10 years to discover that green tea had EGCG, which is an antioxidant which crosses the eye barrier and prevents cataract. I also discovered green tea promotes creative thinking. Green tea is also a fat burner. Now when a dietitian comes new into the system, she gets this information bang. So when she's counseling, right? She immediately knows all of this, so she's boom, 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 saying all of this. Also, our system predicts this and kind of prompts the dietitian to go forward and say these things. So that's one way we work. The second way is the dietitian has to work with a buddy dietitian and a QC expert. A QC expert is a registered dietitian. So neither of these two have met you, the client. So when I go away, I prepare all my strategy and philosophy for the nutritional guidelines. The buddy dietitian and the registered dietitian, who's the quality control, will tear apart this philosophy to see that it stands the test of being factually, nutritionally correct, and does it integrate the client's difficulties. Like I can't eat 6 meals a day because I'm working in a corporate. I can't bring food into my office. How do you overcome that? What are the solutions? So with a collective hive learning of 50 dietitians, it's not one mind, it's a hive, so it works much, much better. The philosophy over here is we are a nutrition company. So if a nutritionist wants to join us, they're welcome to join with us. I do, as Ryan Fernando, conduct personalized training sessions as I'm here at the ATP Fitness Convention. So I do personalized trainings in my brand name to train people. With regards to fitness trainers, physiotherapists, my job is, I say to them that I don't give exercise regimes to clients. They ask me about it. I don't heal clients when they have an ACL tear. I say go to the right individual. So what I do is I network with trainers and physiotherapists and doctors, saying that we are the nutrition experts. You do the basics. The basics are learned in symposiums and conventions like this. But the specialization, you come to us. So what I do is I have a coaches referral program where I commercially tie up with everyone so that there's a win-win situation for everyone. In 2020, which is 5 years from now, we're planning to roll out a QUA Nutrition Academy. Why 5 years down the line? Because what we believe is, first we want to establish our brand. Once we establish the brand, we've established a network with sister professionals, that's the trainers and physiotherapists. Once you have enough of a momentum, you then affiliate with a foreign university, because who is QUA as a brand? It's a brand. It's not a nutritional powerhouse or something like that. It's a conglomeration of people. So the philosophy is, by 2020, tie up with an Indian university, with a foreign university, bring the best experts in the world. You already have a pool of either clients or affiliate partners who want to learn, and then we roll that out. My number one tip to everyone out there would be that get green tea. So replace all your normal tea and coffee with green tea, because it promotes creative thinking. The other aspect is, when you take green tea without sugar, don't dip the tea bag for too long. It gets kadwa, it gets bitter. Just dip it 5 times. You can then drink this 2 or 3 times a day, and you lose out about 120 to 180 to 300 calories per day if you're drinking that many cups of chai. So with the creative thinking, lower calorie, green tea becomes your best friend. Another thing is, eat to your heart's content. Now, what's the size of your heart? So you close your fist. That's just about how much you need to eat per meal. Now you're eating 3-4 hearts at a time. Drop it down to 1 heart. This is my number one tip. If you could do this 1 heart, 4 or 5 times a day, forget about me trying to tell you which food is good or bad. Just focus on portion, because if you focus on portion, I think that's what's going to work for you. And that's my number one tip. I don't believe in diet. It's very negative. Focus on portion control.